Want to know how to file the SSS funeral and death benefit? What are the requirements? What are the steps in claiming the benefits? If these are what you are looking for, then this video is perfect for you. There are two benefits that can be claimed by the beneficiaries of a deceased member, that is, funeral and death benefit. The SSS funeral benefit is paid as a lump sum. On the other hand, the SSS death benefit can be paid as a pension or a lump sum depending on who is claiming and the number of contributions paid prior to the semester of death. This is a complete guide to help you in claiming the two benefits. How to claim the SSS funeral benefit. One of the easiest claims you can file in SSS is the funeral benefit. Anyone who paid for the funeral expenses can claim the funeral grant. The benefit ranges from 20,000 to 40,000 pesos depending on the number of contributions paid, the average monthly salary credit, and submitted receipt. The formula in computing for the funeral benefit is 20,000 plus 0.5% times number of contributions times average monthly salary credit, AMSC. You must treat this benefit as a reimbursement kind of benefit. This is where things can get a little complicated. The maximum benefit you can claim, or should I say reimburse, is equal to what is written on your submitted OR or computed funeral grant, whichever is lower. For example, the computed funeral benefit is 40,000 pesos using the formula above, but the amount indicated on the receipt is only 35,000 pesos, then the lower amount is the funeral benefit. So in this example, the claim is only 35,000 pesos. This was my mistake when I claimed the funeral benefit. The receipt given to me was only for 20,000 pesos because I only made an initial payment. It simply means that I can only claim up to a maximum of 20,000 pesos even though I paid almost 80,000 pesos for the funeral expense alone excluding the lot and interment. So what are my recommendations? First, if you don't need the money, claim this benefit after you fully paid the funeral expenses. Second, if you need it immediately, ask the funeral parlor for a provisional receipt close to the full amount that you need to settle. Don't be afraid in asking the funeral parlor, they know what to do. Some could even extend help to you. So here are the steps in claiming the SSS funeral benefit. First step. Go to the nearest SSS branch. Check for the nearest SSS branch in your area and inquire about the list of requirements needed. You may also use this time to ask about the death benefit. Forms are readily available in the branch. However, you may print them if you want. If you do so, you can file the claim on your first visit. This is because the SSS accepts death certificates duly certified by the local civil registrar's office. You can get it from the city hall where you filed the death certificate. Here are the requirements. Claim for funeral benefit, SSS Form BPN 103. Death certificate duly certified by the local civil registrar. Receipt of payment issued by the funeral parlor. Affidavit of funeral expenses. Report of death, if cause of death is work-connected. Photo of filer and valid IDs. Original or certified true copies of the supporting documents should be presented during the filing of the claim. Second step. Submit the requirements. You can instantly file the SSS funeral claim if you brought the requirements. Of course, you need to brave the long queue of claimants. Just to set your expectations, it took me about half a day every time I visit the SSS branch. Once you submitted the requirements, make sure to ask when to return and get their phone number too. Third step. Claim the check. If you prefer a check, go to the SSS branch on the specified date to claim it. But because SSS is pushing the checkless transactions, payment may not be paid in check. If you are an SSS member, you must enroll a disbursement account in a bank enrollment module, BEM, in your My SSS portal. Members may enroll their preferred type of disbursement accounts such as any PESO net participating bank, e-wallet, or remittance transfer company, cash payout, RTC, CPO, like duly. If you are not an SSS member, you must submit a copy of a deposit slip, ATM card, or bank certification containing the bank account number, and must be a PESOnet participating bank, or an active mobile number for non-bank payments e.g. e-wallets like Paymaya and RTC, CPO like duly. 4. File it via online. If you're comfortable in using the technology, you can easily file it in the comforts of your home. Just log in to your My SSS members account. Click the e-Services tab and then click the Submit Funeral Claim Application. Complete the form and choose how you want to receive the money in the Disbursement Account Enrollment module. Once done, click Proceed to validate and for you to upload the required documents. The SSS will send a confirmation email to you once you completed the process. How to claim SSS death benefit. Now, you're ready to file the SSS death benefit. But don't expect that it will be a blissful experience just like how you claimed the funeral benefit. Based on my experience, it's very time-consuming and the requirements are harder to get. You'll know why in a bit. So here are the steps in claiming for SSS death benefit. First step. Go to the nearest branch. You may skip this part if you previously went to a SSS branch. If not, take this time to ask for the process, requirements, and eligibility to claim. Most of us don't know that there are 4 types of beneficiaries and not all beneficiaries are eligible. So this is how you can check who are eligible to file the claim. 4 types of beneficiaries. The primary beneficiary is the spouse of the member. If there is no spouse or if the spouse remarried, the secondary beneficiary, the parents of the deceased member can claim the benefits. If there are no parents, the assigned beneficiary based on SSS E1 record can file the claim. Lastly, if there is no assigned beneficiary, the claim can be filed by the legal heir based on the law of succession under the Civil Code of the Philippines. You must allow at least half of a day in queuing. This is because there are several claimants who lined up even before the branch opens. Second step. Get a list of requirements. Death Claim Application, SSS DDR1. Affidavit of Claimant or Filer's Affidavit. Death Certificate of the Member duly certified by PSA. A Death Certificate of the Spouse duly certified by PSA. Death Certificate of the Member's Parent duly certified by PSA. Affidavit for Death Benefit Claim, SS Form CLD-1.3a. Affidavit of Legal Heirs, SS Form CLD-1.3. Marriage Contract. Marriage Contract of Parents. Birth, Baptismal Certificate of Dependent Children. Birth, Baptismal Certificate of Member. A birth, Baptismal Certificate of the member's brothers, sisters. Birth, Baptismal Certificate of the minor beneficiary, i.e.s. Proof of relationship such as record of birth, a statement before a court of record, or any document acknowledging the relationship. Medical Certificate of Incapacitated Child, Spouse. Accident Report, Report of Death, SS Form BPN 105. Application for Guardianship, SS Form CLD 15. Guarantor's Form, SS Form BPN 107. Joint Affidavit of 2 disinterested persons attesting to the fact, if such is the case, that blank and blank underscore are one and the same person, stating therein the correct name. Passbook, ATM card with name or copy of validated deposit slip, original and photocopy, or cash card enrollment form, if pension. Recent residence certificate of the filer. Latest 1:1 picture of claimant. Original and photocopy of claimant's social security card, passport, PRC card, Seaman's book, driver's license or any 2 valid IDs. At least one with photo, e.g., company ID, senior citizen's ID, police or NBI clearance, voter's ID etc. Other documents deemed necessary by the SSS. Third step. Compile the necessary documents. One of the most challenging parts of claiming the SSS death benefit is completing the required documents. If there are several claimants, you need to compile the supporting documents of each claimant. Also, they only accept death certificates duly certified by PSA, which takes several months before they will be available in their system. Aside from the beneficiary, the dependents of the deceased member are also eligible to claim a dependent pension equal to 10% of the monthly pension or 250 pesos, whichever is higher. Dependents must be below 21 years old unless incapacitated and financially dependent on the deceased member. It can be claimed by up to 5 children starting from the youngest and no substitution will be allowed. Children must be legitimated, or legally adopted. If there is less than 5 legitimated, or legally adopted children, then the illegitimate child, REN, may also claim to complete the 5 dependents. The dependents must have no work. The dependents must have no spouse. Fourth step. Submit the requirements. In my experience, getting a death certificate from PSA is a headache. I went to the nearest PSA about 3 times before I was able to get it. This is because it took about 3 to 6 months before it will be uploaded on their system. Mind you, you cannot just ask the PSA if it's available or not because you have to fall in line each time. Also, you must pay for it every time regardless of whether it's not yet available. I just wished someone gave me a heads up. Now, if you already completed the requirements, you may submit them to the nearest SSS branch in your area. Once submitted, the SSS will hand you a document containing the list of requirements you gave them. They will also tell you when to come back. During my time, I was asked to go back after a month. Don't forget to bring a bag of patience and try to smile to brighten up the process. Fifth step. Claim the check. Usually, the check will be ready in a month after submitting the requirements. Just go to the branch wherein you processed the claim and get your check. But to set your expectation, they don't give any computation, summary, or even a breakdown. Even if you ask them, they may not be able to give you one. If you want to have an idea of how much you may expect to get, the benefit will depend on two things, i.e., how many monthly contributions are paid and who is claiming the benefits. If the deceased member has less than 36 monthly contributions, the beneficiary is entitled to get a lump sum benefit. The lump sum amount is equal to the computed monthly pension times the number of credited monthly contributions. For example, the deceased member had paid 35 monthly contributions and the computed monthly pension is 5,000 pesos, then the lump sum will be 175,000 pesos. If the deceased member had more than 36 monthly contributions, the beneficiary may be entitled to a monthly pension. Note: the computation for the monthly pension is the same as how you compute for the SSS retirement benefit. Just follow the link for a comprehensive discussion about this topic. Back in 2015, the only way to claim this benefit is via check. Now that they are pushing for a checkless transaction, you may get the SSS death benefit in your preferred PESO net participating bank, e-wallet, or remittance transfer company, cash payout, RTC, CPO, like MLULIA. Final thoughts. Losing a loved one is never easy, from the emotional pain up to the financial struggles the bereaved family has to endure. For some, the SSS Funeral Grant and the death benefit is a ray of hope to start another chapter of their life. Maybe, for the deceased member, it's the only legacy he can leave to his family. But regardless of reason, try to immortalize the money that you'll get from the claim. Don't forget to settle your debts. Buy things that will make you remember your loved one. Save, invest for the future, get insured, etc. I hope this video helped you. And that's it. Don't forget to like and share this video. If you have questions or suggested topics, just leave a comment down below. Please click the subscribe and bell button so you can be updated with our latest post about personal finance. And together let's achieve lifetime financial security.